Welcome to the Sci-Fi Center, the place to be, where comic books and wrestling collide magically. Movies, TV shows, and pop culture we share. Get ready to rock, we're here to take you there. From superheroes to aliens in outer space, we've got the latest news and reviews in our embrace. Turn on your screen, let the neon lights glow. We'll take you back to the 80s. Let's rock and roll. Sci-Fi Center, where the legends come alive. Get ready to geek out, let your imagination thrive. We're diving into the past with a touch of modern flair. Sci-Fi Center, the ultimate pop culture lair.
Happy Sunday. Hope everybody is well. Hope everybody is dry, especially if you live in the Southwest and if you live in my hometown of Los Angeles, the greater Los Angeles area. You guys got a lot. As bad as the rain fucked up my weekend. It was much worse for people out on the coast because of the fires and because of the drought out there. So welcome to it. Actually, welcome to it. Welcome to Derry episode 4. I have already gotten messages without people spoiling it for me because for this particular show, I've chosen to just watch it with you guys as we watch it. That this one was one of those wow episodes, so I'm just gonna leave it at that because, like I said, I don't know. I will be watching this one with you. So when you guys are watching this at a decent hour, you're going to the facial expressions when this show grosses me out or does whatever it usually does on a weekly basis. It is because I am experiencing it with for the first time. So with that, let me go ahead and bring in the clown duck himself, Clinton, and my glow in the dark Arzy, depending on what you're wedding.
You're absolutely right, William. This episode is special.
Okay, dude. I mean, the three of them are like, holy shit. All three of these episodes have had holy shit moments. So this people tell me, you told me, and everybody tell me you got to wait, and they didn't want to talk to me until I watched it. So we're gonna go ahead and get this out the way. So for those of you who are watching along, I am at 1:34. I'm right at the HBO static screen. So when you go ahead and get yourselves there, I think it's like 1:34. This episode is 1:09, and since it's a kind of lengthy episode, Aaron in Australian, go ahead and count us down and get us started.
Okay, Corky. 3, 2, and 1. Let's go.
What an adorable Australian and a good sport. A weird title to this: the great whirling apparatus of our planet's function. That is the actual title of this.
Yeah, when I saw the scene, I sent William a text saying, "Oh my God, welcome to Derry."
Huh.
Good question, Chief.
I have hope for this series because because of the movies and the book being written. Even if it ends at one season, we know what happens to it.
There's this creepy intro again, man. This
I mean, Stephen King was brilliant naming it because every time you use the word it's like, oh my god.
there's actually a video of this intro breaking down all the shit in the intro. It is really fucking creepy, dude. This show, when it comes to details, especially given what it's where it comes from, is really kind of cool. Aaron, I want you to memorize this song because next week I want you to sing this song to open the show.
We need you to be more creepier than Brad when he calls you sis.
Yeah, Brad has his own. Where is he anyway? Where is that motherfucker?
I don't know. He's always late or not showing up.
I can hear Aaron's voice right now. I'm hearing this song in her voice in Australia. Creepy ass. Okay,
It's actually a happy little jingle.
It is, but when you're watching the shit, it's like, whoa. No, you escape from Shawshank. You don't come back.
Have you read the book It?
Come on, me or Aaron?
Either one.
Yes, I.
No.
The only Stephen King book I've read was The Stand.
That's the one that made me give up on reading for a while. Because I finished it right as the ABC series started, and I'm like, dude, I could have skipped all.
I don't think I've ever read a Stephen King novel. Or I don't know of.
So in the book, does it feed on fear or just kids? Or both? You're muted, William.
It's mainly both, but it's fear. It's fear, and that's how they beat him when they're no longer fear. He starts to lose his power. They're able to beat the shit out of him.
Hey, everybody. Give me a timestamp.
9:24.
No.
Kind of reminds me of Sinners when they're getting their club set up.
No, we lost Aaron. I should back out of it.
Where'd Aaron go?
I lost you for a second.
Oh yeah, here's this bullshit. Get under the table, kids.
And kiss your ass goodbye.
I mean, it literally tells you in the instructions that it can blow away a building.
If anything, if a nuclear blast hit, you just want to go outside and watch the stars or the sunset or something nice while you melt.
Hell of a way to go out.
I don't even think melting would be generous. It's pretty much just whoosh, whoosh, and you're dead. Hopefully, I'd never get to find out.
I mean, the melting would happen in 0.001 second, but hey. And die like those guys in the Titanic submersible. They were dead before they even thought the word "hey."
What they should have done, the Air Force had
I wonder where it gets its stash of quality red balloons.
it could be like
Oh, did you come back here?
there is some. Some old school fishing rods there.
They're kind of newish, but yeah, they're fly rods. What, like William is to comic books, I am to fishing.
Oh, okay. So with the kids like that stuff, to flick it all the time.
If you were asking me a question, I could barely hear you.
Sorry, if you we have to flick it all the time as a way to attract fish.
Yeah, at the very end of the line, you see the line right there, but there's about 10 feet of line
Yeah.
at the end of the pole that you can't see, and that's connected to an itty bitty fly. And the line, you use the line to flick the fly farther and farther because the fly's so light, you're flicking the line. It's like try to throw a small paper clip. You throw it as hard as you can, but it only goes a little bit of distance because there's no mass to it.
Of course, it'd be a clownfish.
Oh, shit.
See, he knows his kid's not lying because he's this mission he's on. That fucking balloon. Okay, he sees the balloon too, so we're now getting to the point where we can believe the kids.
Yeah, where does he get them?
Are you eating Vegemite?
No, it's a bar called Bounty.
Oh, okay.
It's a Aussie.
I figured I never heard of it here. Like Foster's for candy.
Is it kangaroo flavored?
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I wasn't gonna do that.
Oh, yuck, no. Ugh.
Oh my ass! You weren't gonna do that, William.
I wasn't gonna do that.
There's nobody on here who has uttered the
No,
word
no.
kangaroo more than you have.
I was not gonna do consumption of kangaroo.
Doesn't have to be made out of kangaroo. It could be kangaroo flavored.
Yeah, like when they sell crab and it's Alaskan snowfish. This cop's an asshole. Wow, a telephone and a telephone booth and a telephone book. Wow.
What they need now is the Sears catalog for Christmas.
That's even I remember that. I remember them phasing that out. It was a big deal.
That
The
was
last time
pure.
I saw the last time I saw something like that was back in the 90s.
That Sears catalog was the happiest day. You had to go through all the women's clothing, then you got to the toys. On a totally unrelated note, Ken Burns started his Independence War documentary series today.
I heard about that. I'm going to take a look at that. Anything that man does, I'm into.
That man made me interested in country music.
I watch that whole fucking thing, dude. Country music. I am not into country music. I mean, a song here or there. I watched every minute of that damn documentary. This Civil War one is his best one so far. Dude, this is Sinners all over again, man. We're gonna have the vampire showing up.
All that fridge needed was a few 3 bottles of Coca-Cola. You know, the glass type
Mhm.
bottles.
Brad looks as pale as this duck.
I'm what?
Pale as this duck.
I don't think so. But
When your monitor shows a big white screen on you, you turn very pale. There's a more appropriate duck to be right underneath Brad with.
Full of coconut. You wanted to know.
So it's like a Mounds bar here.
Well, I haven't heard of that, but could be.
Mounds is just chocolate covered coconut.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly what a bounty is.
If there's 123 of you watching right now, please like, subscribe, and come over to the mothership. I put the link into the broadcast. So dude, they're taking drugs in this episode. What's left?
They've even they got a almond joy flavored one of those where they put almonds and chocolate and coconut.
Oh, yes. That those drugs kind of remind me of the drugs that the kids were taking in Freddy versus Jason.
Oh, gross.
Speaking of plane tickets.
Did you just purchase a flight?
Are you at the airport, Clint?
I'm on the runway.
Well, safe travels, Captain Clint. That chick in the glasses is a bitch.
She'll probably end up getting consumed by the clown.
Oh, I can't spell. What was that?
What?
I said the girl in the glasses is a B-I-T-C-H.
Oh, bitch. Okay.
William, I was trying to get her to say bitch.
Oh.
So where are they at now?
They're in police station talking to the dad theater.
You know what the colloquial term for a police station here in Australia. It's called a cop shop.
I think and it's interesting you say that, Aaron, because I remember when the original Mad Max came on a DVD, like 20 years ago, they had like a trivia track on it, and it listed like, oh, here's what this slang in Australia means, and what's some good ones I remember on there? Meat truck, that's the ambulance. What else do they have? Scrubber is prostitute. I don't know why that one stayed with me so much, but yeah, that's very informative, that trivia track on and that has the dub. That has the really, really horrendous dub too.
I've taken more ambulance this year than I've done in my entire life.
No, that sucks there, dude. And by the way, this is the original Mad Max I'm referring to, not Feral Kid Fury Road.
Stay on topic.
Well, that's I'm just pointing out the established fact of the matter. But otherwise,
It's your reality, Brad. You live in it.
pull up some screenshots. Comparisons. Just
I don't trust this girl.
There's lots of rubber ducks.
The fuck, dude.
I like that one.
I guess.
I think this fish is playing her.
This is all a setup. And I hope Pennywise gets these kids that's messing with her.
Yep, it's a setup.
These people are needed to go to hell. These fucking kids.
Oh yeah, kids are evil, man. Raw intelligence with no social filter at all.
Oh, this show is fucking. I'm done with this fucking show, dude. Oh, jeez. Christ, that's nasty.
What's happening?
Eyes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what? Oh, what the fuck, dude?
Here we go. Oh, here we go. Oh my god.
Oh, this is entertainment.
Oh,
You gotta watch it, William.
Got that out of the toilet. I don't know what's gross. Oh, gross, dude. What? Yeah. Oh,
Oh, that
fuck,
is a
dude.
saw trap.
Yeah,
oh
she was
no.
set up all right.
Shoot, oh, shoot. What the fuck? No, no.
Watch out, kids. That teacher has her eye on you. Too soon.
Both William and Derek.
Yeah, this is a perfect screenshot right here. Remember, kids, keep your eye on the ball. Oh, and of course I had to
Oh,
cut right
shit.
to that.
It's over, William.
I was watching the whole thing. I'm just not. This is.
Come on,
This
Mr.
fucking
3Ds.
show, man.
God.
Yeah, but you know my rules. And then they go to that.
Yeah, they cut right to the cutting the tomato.
Don't mess with the eyes. Don't mess with the genitals. No pineapple on pizza.
I mean, the moral of the story is you really have to keep an eye out for whatever Pennywise is cooking.
The show get any nastier.
I thought it was the greatest thing cutting that tomato.
Oh, this is the makers of the show definitely have a real eye for culinary cinematography.
Her eyes turn into kaleidoscopes.
Yeah, I mean, see, I mean, for a show like this, you definitely have to dot the I's and cross the T's, right?
Oh, God. The moment I knew that scene was on was the moment I saw William going, "Oh my God."
Yeah, 3D's my eye, William. I can do this all night, guys.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you trying to be funny? I've learned to ignore it. You're not funny. Sorry.
Listen, I really have an eye for comedy. I'm sorry. I definitely have an eye for one-liners.
Okay, so we don't.
It's the kind of thing you have to keep your eye out for. You know what I'm saying?
Turn your ass off. Shut.
Yeah, as Raul Julia would say, I guess you didn't see that, did you?
This show is wonderfully gross. One scene every episode. That's wonderful.
At least one. Some of them have multiple.
Yeah. Wait. It happened to C. C for Catwoman.
It's kind of tragic to hear you try at humor because it's just like you're like the drunk guy.
I don't
sitting
know
at
how
the
you
bar.
can't
It's
see
like,
what an eye I have for comedy, man.
You have an eye for comedy, all right, Brad.
Yeah. Only Sis understands my comedy here.
And your sis is not on the screen.
She's right down
You can
below.
invite her to the show. We'd love to meet her, but she's not here right now. Dude, put creepy Brad away and bring girls.
And somehow Brad makes it creepier than the eye scene we just saw.
Yes.
By the Furious. Aaron and I are keeping our eyes out for that. That's a double rim shot there.
Okay, we can do this the whole fucking show.
Really is crazy though, that cut right to the tomato, just sight unseen.
Almost like they did it on purpose, Brad.
Yeah, you really have to think they had to be, just keep their eyes peeled for like a good, transition like that. Okay, I think that probably is my last one right now. Unless I'm trying to think of a way like tied into like the zombie splinter scene in zombie, the chick getting her pulled into the splinter and get her eye poked out.
Stop! It's the clown
Brad,
like from the Gong Show.
You made Aaron shrink.
Really though, somebody needs to like make like
there's a balloon.
A thumbnail.
So he's seeing this balloon. The cool thing that they've done with this show is they've made it to where it's not you just have to rely on any person's perspective. They all know some shit's going down. It's time to leave Derry. My ass would have been gone.
Time to leave Maine.
Leave the planet if you could.
Well, definitely leave Maine.
You don't walk into a 3 stars office
Keep
like
your
that.
eyes on the freeway and don't look back. Oh, that was 2 for price 1.
Sir.
Hey, wasn't that kid, this kid right here, wasn't he in the long walk? I think he was, wasn't he?
I can't remember.
The kid with, over here with the really long hair.
I think he was. He was the one that was married, wasn't he?
No, that was Ben Wong. It was the Ben Wong, from Karate Kid. He was the one who was married.
Oh,
He was
I thought it
one
was
of the other.
the guy.
Oh, I'd have slapped the shit out of him. His fucking ears would have been ringing for the rest of his life. He spit in my fucking face. They wouldn't have been able to get to him quick enough. I'm going into your mind after I pimp slap you for spitting on you.
Go into your mind, especially with your finger on the third eye. Seriously though, somebody, William Clint, somebody make us a thumbnail of William and Aaron like this.
You're really fucking up the stream right now.
I wasn't even I didn't even have a problem with that scene, squeamishly wise, but I should have joined you guys.
Any scene where you're fucking with the eyes, I don't care what movie it is. If you're messing with the eyes, I got a problem. I can watch you do some foul something. I can.
No, my big one is I have a thing with fingernails. It's like if you see a fingernail bend backwards or get pulled out or anything like that. That's where I really get jittery.
I mean, it's not pleasant, but the eyes, I've been. Or you start messing with the genitals and or
I just had someone slice into my eye. Now I could see your facial reactions much clearer.
Yeah, before I guess you couldn't see that, could you? In all seriousness, though, that cut right after that scene of the tomatoes, so it's that was chef's kiss. That was perfect. By the way, just a quick reminder, Erin has a little bit of homework, because she's got to be the one to give her the initial thoughts here on Wicked for Good in a couple days. What are you talking about? She did last year with the first one. Why is that a problem now?
Watching Wicked right now. We are watching something far
I'm
from.
just putting it out there. It's like Aaron's
this is not the mindset we need to be in right now.
Well, Wicked and Welcome to Derry they're both fiction.
That is very true. They both have evil supernatural villains too. That's also commonality. Wicked also has Jeff Goldblum in it, who was in The Fly.
Who's not in it right now.
He turned into a monster, which Pennywise is also a monster. So, and how's it going forth? There you go. Was it? How was what? We're right in the middle of the show right now. We're watching the episode right now, Fourth. Did that baby have a crown of thorns coming out there?
Damn.
Ooh. Just realized I wonder if this tribe is like gonna perform the ritual of chewed at any point in the show. Just remember that. I just realized that it's like they might see the ritual of chewed.
I've forgotten so
And
much about the books and stuff. It's been so many years.
well, that's in the movie. It's in the second movie.
Even dude, when's the second movie came out?
That was in 2019.
8 years ago, right?
6, yeah. Doesn't feel that long.
7. No, it's 7. I thought
No,
it came out
2019.
in 18.
No,
Was it 18 or 19?
1 was 17, 2 was 19.
Okay, so 6.
Yeah, I bet we're gonna see this tribe perform the ritual of chewed at some point in the show.
I gotta watch that movie again. There's so many
Hmm.
details that I forgot.
Oh
What-
wait, they just look
what
at
are
that. They put that thing into a big turtle shell. So they're maturing.
What are you talking about, Brad?
The ritual that's part of the that's what the losers. That's the way they the method they used to fight Pennywise in part 2 is this thing called the ritual of chewed.
Okay, we'll talk about that later
Mm-hmm.
because I can't even remember.
Yeah, I have no memory of that, but hey, good job.
Am I the only one who paid attention to the movie?
I do, but once I've watched them and I've watched a whole bunch of horrors.
They did the ritual of McGovern to defeat the Pennywise. Okay, great. Although Predator did the Badlands movie did a really good job with the McGoverns.
Oh, yeah. There's the house. Imagine being like the neighbor who lives next door to that house. Because you see in it the whole neighborhood looks normal except for that one dilapidated, creepy looking house.
That is episode. I am now speeding to the previews. Give me a second.
Yeah, you definitely want to get your eyes on that tease of the next episode. 145 people watching. That is pretty awesome. We definitely I've been noticing that too with with the watch parties we're doing for Welcome to Derry. So this is definitely a pretty big audience for the show.
Aaron's hiding.
Back
Well, I mean, when you're in Derry, when you're in Derry, it's important that Pennywise doesn't have eyes on you.
Your eye for comedy, Brad, is outstanding.
I mean, Pennywise, his philosophy.
Okay,
is
hold
eye
on,
for an
guys.
eye.
I'm trying to watch the preview. Okay, so the preview they just gave wasn't just for the next episode. They gave you in the weeks ahead, so it covers the next 3 or 4 episodes that are remaining.
Yeah, because
episodes.
this runs into the second week of December, doesn't it?
Yeah, this show's
So,
fucked
so
up.
the
All
question you got to ask about this episode: did Pennywise make that girl's eyes to scare her, or did he make her eyes like that to scare the main character?
Both, because if you look at the previews, she's with them now. The girl who lost her eye is in that group now. Because what's going to happen, and I can pretty much feel this now, is when they ask her what happened, she's going to tell them what she saw. and it's going to absolve the one girl that was holding Lily. So she believes it now because she saw it. So just like everybody else who sees this shit for real, they end up joining the other people. Ugh, fuck this show, man. Ugh, this is just creepy, and it's visually evil. That's I need a word to describe. It's sadistically. This show is sadistically. I mean, the baby, the womb. I mean, the brain, the dad's cut up head in the jar. This is wow. I mean, it's like, how do you outdo the shit next week? What are they gonna do next week? What have they not done? There are no. You just gotta. But this show is brilliant. We're halfway through. Was it 8 episodes or 9 episodes? So we got what, 3 episodes left?
I think it's 8 episodes.
Yeah. Wow. I don't know. This is. Now we starting to. If you guys just saw the preview, you're starting to see Pennywise is in there now. He's not just in the shadows and the voice.
He's in there and he's got his eyes on his prey.
He's actually in there. 147 of you watching. My apologies, Brad. Hey, this is the good news. He didn't lose his ability to be funny. I've never seen it.
It's always been there. And by the way, it is. It's 8 episodes. So this is number 4.
Episodes, so there you go.
This is number 4. So it runs and it'll run through December 14th.
So we got 3. Wait a minute, how's that?
Yeah, it's 4 more episodes.
Oh, wow, 4 more episodes. Wow, no breaks. Wow, damn.
This is number 4, and then there's 4 left. So.
That's going to be going side by side with Stranger Things, which is another show I got to get into. But yeah, that it's all starting to come together a lot quicker than a lot of other shows. I'll give this show one thing that a lot of these shows don't have. It doesn't waste time. Your time, if you're watching this show, is not wasted. There are some shows that only have 8 episodes or 9 episodes or 10 episodes, and it takes them. You're in episode 6 trying to figure shit out, and then the last 2 episodes, you're like, well, that's why we're so underwhelmed. Some of these
show, you can definitely see where they're going.
You see where they're going. They get there real quick. They get to the point. They pretty much know that a lot of the lore is out there. Now it's just how are they connecting it together. And then we're starting to see some of the familiar aspects. I got to go back and watch.
What we're starting to what, Wayne? We're starting to see some of the familiar aspects.
It's sad to see you disintegrate like this.
The vision that these filmmakers have for the show. I mean, their site is clearly 2020.
If anybody thinks Brad is funny, leave a comment. I am of the understanding that the only one is him. But if somebody out there is connecting with him, first of all, I'm sorry because your mind's not in a good place. But anyway, so they're starting to connect a lot of aspects that has been, and not just it, but a lot of Stephen King's lore. I mean, I heard more about Shawshank in this episode than I did in Shawshank Redemption. So, and obviously, the Airman. I mean, he's a pivotal part of some of his future stuff. Something that I was, into.
Was it early? Yeah, I think it looked to me like they buried that thing in the.
He's trying to be funny. Listen, guys, stop with the fucking comedy. All right, stop. None of this is funny. This is not a comedy stream. This is not. Don't use my show as your stand-up.
William just can't see the brilliance of.
And if you are doing this with money, they will be throwing beer bottles and garbage at you, and someone would have to safely escort you off the stage. Just stop it. Stop it. Anyway,
they'd be throwing a boomerang at you in Australia.
Oh, okay. So I can't make eye puns about the eye mutilation of the show, but you guys can throw kangaroos and boomerangs at Aaron.
All right, so that was the portion of the show, but brilliant show. I love this episode. I love all these episodes. This show, and like I said, this one of the things that separates this show from the other. She's got the other streaming shows is that some of them have dead episodes. Some of them have, I don't say filler episodes, but some of the episodes are just not. They don't have the momentum of the previous episode. This show has gotten better with each episode.
Yeah,
this is better with each episode, and that's really hard to do.
This is as far as the shows we've done, watch parties so far. I mean, knock on wood. When we wrap it up.
Yeah, I hope there's not a letdown. I don't know if there can be, but
again, it's like we've seen that happen. It was I had two that were like lackluster endings, with Alien Earth, the Peacemaker on here. So maybe hopefully third time's a charm.
Here's the thing, though. Those shows didn't get their quality was consistent, and then there was a letdown. This show's quality is escalated, so I don't know if there. I mean, I hope it's
one
not.
thing I'm looking at this show. It's kind of like Endor.
Yeah,
It was a really good story, but you knew what was going to happen.
Yeah, it's just how they execute it. I'm not a prequel guy for the most part, but when it comes to it, there's it's not a movie, it's a series, and I think I'm more, my heart is more open to prequel series because of the development of the characters. With Andor, the development of the characters. I mean, once again, you've got a Skarsgård in both of these shows, but Luthien Rail is, I could listen to him speak forever. That speech he gives
you
to
got,
Ronnie.
of course, the filmmaker of great vision, like Andy Muschietti. Okay, that's our last one, I promise.
Go away, dude.
Beg your
When
pardon.
it comes to the narrative and things, the way they the moments, Andor was driven by tension. This show has the same thing, and it was driven by just the overwhelming devotion to the cause. What those people were willing to do.
You're talking more about the story. I'm talking about kind of like we are the series. Why this series has better hope than Alien Earth and Peacemaker, because you know what's going to happen in Endor. Rogue One happened already.
Yeah, but that's not what made that show good for me, though.
Yeah,
that almost, that almost caused me not to watch the show, because I had sworn off prequels and stuff like that, because I'm like, just like Obi-Wan, I'm done. I know what happens. There's no stakes in it for me. You know what I mean?
With this, I mean, it's like, other than Pennywise, I mean, it's it's characters disconnected from the It movies, and
Andor's more closer. I mean, Andor's like right up on Rogue One, and Rogue One is right up on Star Wars. So that's a little. You literally have a billion.
This series can go right up on It Part 1 and It Part 2.
It could, but it's not. We're talking millions of years ago with the fucking comet hitting the Earth and shit. So there's a lot more ground that they're covering. Whereas Rogue One and Andor are directly 1, 2, 3, bam, there you go. And like when Andor was first announced, and when I found casting, I was like, nah, I'm not watching this. I guess what, the title character, I know what happens to him. So how can I care about what the skirmishes and things he gets into when I know how it ends? But then first time I saw Luthien Rail, and first time I saw all these characters that they brought in, and Andor was just there. He's there. He's important, but he's in an undercarriage of characters that raise the stakes. Once again, though, it being for me, this is just my opinion. For me, it being a prequel almost stopped me from watching it. And then I watched it, and that show was fucking captivating. This show here, even though we know what's going to end up happening, it's one of those things where there is a lot missing to make it work the way Stephen King originally intended to make this entire lore work. Same thing with the Dark Tower. Whenever they decide that they're going to tackle the Dark Tower,
right,
they're going to change the fucking ending. But there's a lot to the Dark Tower that Stephen King really couldn't put into books and couldn't articulate, because he just didn't have it. There's a difference between somebody writing a screenplay and directing and producing a movie, and then what he was doing. And when they come together to write, it's some really brilliant stuff. So I can't wait until they till we get a proper Dark Tower, because what we got was kind of lame.
Well, you can't do it in an hour and a half either.
Well, yeah. Well, see, that wasn't even the Dark Tower. See, what we saw in the movies was after the Dark Tower, which was like, well, what the fuck?
Yeah, what the hell are you doing here?
Willa Brad, Aaron Clinton chat. I'm watching this episode in a bit. I wanted to say hi from Mexico. Going to Lucha Underground again. Yeah. I envy you. I want to go to Lucha Underground. And I want to go to Lucha Underground in Mexico, because that's where it comes from. I'll send you pics really much. All right. Thank you for the $10 super chat. Thank you for the support, Larry. Have fun. Stay safe. Okay. All right. So I got to bring this back up, because now, okay, this is the part where I'm replacing my my Sunday night weekend wrap up, because we obviously got this show. So for those of you, if you're not only in the It, here's where you can go. But if you want to hang around I'll answer a couple of questions off topic. Yeah, and that's not going to happen.
And by the way,
they're not buying WBD. What they've done is they've
It's
offered to back Comcast.
Comcast, yeah, I was going to interject there and say it's Comcast
If
getting
that
capital from them to do it.
doesn't die on arrival, fuck Congress. If that doesn't die on arrival, Congress has failed. Congress has failed because you can't have that. The major problems of that is you're not going to have any of them open up their books to see where a lot of their money is going. Secondly, if you do allow this, if Congress does allow that sale, the SEC does allow that sale, then they have to commit to not trying to enforce. And I have all the respect in the world for wherever region you're at, wherever religion you're at, and that's fine. But Warner Brothers is an American company that makes American movies by American standards. I need to know that they're not going to try to enforce, their societal standards on American movie making. Otherwise, there's a lot of stuff you're not going to be able to do. Two, who's going to be actually running the company if it's Saudi backed? Is it Comcast that's held accountable? Or is it them? You can't have are any studios owned by foreign entities?
That I know of.
Sony.
Yeah,
Sony's a
Sony, but
Japanese
Sony's
company.
split. Sony is split. Sony has an
Sony
American,
is a Japanese company.
It's a Japanese company, but it's split.
They have an American branch, but it's a Japanese company.
It's a Japanese company, but that American branch, see, it's a different society though in Japan, where their standards and practices, if you want to call them, as far as their society goes, won't affect American movie making. In fact, it's the other way around.
Well, and actually, William, you and I, we were actually kind of talking a little bit about this a couple weeks ago, and like one thing I remember you said to me was that there's a lot of entities entertainment wise that do business Saudi, like you mentioned, like WWE is like in both the sides. So it's like, how is that?
Look how it affects their product though. When you see an event in Saudi Arabia, it is geared to their cultural standards, which I have no problem with. WB is an American company though, and that's only a couple of shows. They're gonna have a WrestleMania over there, and that's gonna be weird. But they're not. When you watch 99.9% of WWE product, it is done by the standards that the company was founded on. Are the Saudis going to be up for the type of movies that they're making? Because if they put forth the money, they have a right to dictate the policy. And is that going to be okay with our government? Is that going to be okay with our movie-going audience? Is it going to? Are there going to be restrictions? And Congress needs to ask those questions. There needs to be hearings. There needs to be, hey, Comcast, since you're the American avatar of what this might be, are there going to be fail-safes involved to where that's not the case? And if they can't say yes, then I don't know if they should approve that deal. To be honest with you.
Could they? Like, what would there be? How? Like, explain like fail safes for me that and that
fail safes that okay. Brad Curran wants to make a movie that has sex, violence, and guns in it. Got and just boobs and booty, everything, just like a standard American type of movie.
Or women driving.
Women doing things that are not societally acceptable. And thank you, Larry, for giving 5 members.
And also same-sex relationships.
Anything that is not societally. What am I? Is that even
societally
acceptable? Once again, if you are of that faith, I am not knocking your faith at all. I respect your faith. I'm just wanting to ask: would that influences the culture of Saudi Arabia? That influences, is that influence going to be carried over to American movie making, since it is an American company now, yet you are backing? Are you just doing it to gain power, influence, and a profitable return, or will they have a controlling interest? This is things I got to know, and this is not to knock anybody's religion. There's a lot of religions that exclude a lot of things.
Saudi Arabia just bought EA Games, and they're already changing a lot of stuff.
And these
People
are
already,
questions.
people who are avid gamers are already seeing the repercussions.
Yeah, and like once again, I need to put this in the scroll. I am not saying taking shots at how a country and a culture wants to portray itself and live, be happy. But we're talking about a culture clash here, and it's entertainment.
When
I just need
I
need those questions asked.
I mean, of course, I mean that's like we definitely very much in come my neck. I mean, so China has they I mean it's I mean filmmakers of China and Hong Kong now by extension they run into all kinds of censorship. That's why actually and William, this is relevant, I promise you. The Furious, Aaron and Brad's most anticipated. That's actually it's a Hong Kong movie, but it's made in coordination with a couple of American companies. So it's actually, my understanding is that it's because of that, it's not having to go through kind of the same bureaucracy and censorship considerations that a lot of other stuff that China has to.
Now, when it comes to China, compared to other cultures, they're liberal. If you compare them to certain other countries, they're very liberal. Most of our movies, be it for political things and political clashes the last few years, most of our movies got.
You can talk to Cynthia Rothrock; she'll agree with you 100%.
But there are other cultures in this world that are not as embracing of that, and I don't want them to change any further than they need to. That is it. However, though, when I think of Warner Brothers, when I think of an American studio, as a fan, as somebody who pays to see those movies, I have a standard. Just like they have a standard for their culture, I have a standard for American movie making. And all I want to know is there going to be something in there that says, okay, Comcast, you are the decision caller. They get the profits, but you are the decision caller. And if you can't answer that, yes, I can't vote for that. I can't vote for that.
That's a very valid consideration.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, there's these weirdos in the American government, like Marjorie Taylor Greene, that would support it. Wet job.
I even think she would vote against it. Because her constituents, her constituents. I think it would. If they don't get those assurances, I could see it getting the majority of the House and the Senate rejecting.
I would say so.
Because right now there's a lot of guys in the Senate, and let's not get too political, but there's a lot. I watch it every day. I live and breathe politics, but I just don't bring it to the show. But for this particular purpose, it's relevant. There are a lot of political people on both sides of the aisle who are adverse to the Saudis because their constituency is for a lot of different reasons. So it's not whether that particular figurehead would vote. It's can they make their case to their constituents, and that's going to be a hard one to make, especially if you have hearings and you can't get the type of reassurances that I'm talking about. It won't matter who it is, the north, the south, the east, the west. It's just not going to. It's just not going to.
So they will be more afraid that the constituency will be ripping them apart rather than anything else.
Because you're affecting the culture. Like I said, if the Saudis feel like, you know what, okay, we're just in it to forget our financial stake. We're not going to try to use our opinions to influence your movie making.
It's basically how it works with getting oil from them.
Yeah, and like but if because every Congress is going to have to answer that question, and they're going to have to ask you Comcast, because if you're being financed this and the deal is with you, because the Saudis have no entity here, you're the assuming company. So are we going to get assurances in this that that it's not going to affect how our movies are made here in America? Because every one of those guys and gals has movie fans in their districts. So it's a big deal. And if it's perceived that is not the case, you could hurt that company, and now jobs are attached to that company. So it's got to be a question, not be the most comfortable, because you may think like you're attacking the Saudis for living a certain way. No, I am not. I've been over that. I've been to Saudi Arabia. I've been to the region. I can fully respect, even though we have a lot of issues because of the way we live here in America. You know what? When in Rome. However, that's a different thing. Me respecting how you live and operate in the country. Now you're talking about taking over,
but imposing your views and your ideology onto another
the oldest studio in America.
That's
Yeah.
crossing the line.
Yeah, that's something that has to be answered. And you know what? They may say, you know what, we just want to collect the lion's share of the money. We want to be able to, when we start making movies in Saudi Arabia, that we want Warner Brothers. That's fine. This is all could be. I just, like I said, I just would like to have that question answered, and it needs to be answered in a way that is not saying, well, I don't
needs to
like
be
how you guys do
ironclad.
things over there. No, it needs to be one. And it's how you should question. We respect all world cultures in the thing, but we are talking about a unique situation to where we are an American establishment, iconic establishment. It's been around for over a century, the oldest studio in our movie making apparatus that has certain expectations of limitations and no limitations. We also respect your culture and that you have limitations on what is socially acceptable for your culture. Will one interfere in the other? That's the question. You can ask that question and be as respectful as possible, but there's no way there's not going to be a hearing that somebody, and if they don't ask that question and get a solid answer, then fuck Congress. You're not doing your jobs.
That's where I'm kind of dubious about, like, this would be the one to to pass the muster as far as like who's going to be the new owner of WB, because I just feel like the question and controversy around that is just going to overshadow this so much that it's just not something they're going to be able to overcome.
Also, there are other things, there are other issues that come along with this notion of Saudi, the Saudis. We ain't talking about those on the show. We are not talking about those on the show. I'm only talking about the cultural significance and with respect to their culture. If they are going to be are they going to be the managing partners? Are they going to be, or is the controlling interest going to be with the American company as far as who makes the decisions, at least as far as movies made in America? Movies made to be released in America. So that's all. And if they say, if the Saudis say, you know what, Universal's been doing this. Comcast they have a bedrock. They're going to do this. We're just here. This is a business decision. We are not going to step in. If I can get that kind of assurance, then fine. Let they have a, it's a global economy. But like I said, I don't want to see movies, and I don't want to see directors and producers here not being able to do their vision because of that. That's just that's the respect is a two-way street. So it's complicated. It's really complicated.
It's messy, yeah. And again, that's why I say I feel like that's I mean, not that I'm an expert on mergers or anything, but that's why I feel like this is just so much of a.
What the fuck? I owe for $30. What? Clarify, please, especially when you're talking about money.
Well, fourth thing here. Got a path 2 through.
Oh, what the fuck?
Well,
I got a membership because I'm in the chat.
Okay.
I got a membership to my channel. You know what? I'm going to give one to somebody else. Go ahead.
But that's why everything you're saying about like the kind of the assurances you need to get from Saudi Arabia to be like, okay, we're just helping bankroll this, and we're just you're just cutting us in on a percent. But just how ironclad that assurance would need to be is just, I just feel like that's something that it would be so hard to cement that, from an optics perspective, a PR perspective. I just don't see how they could make this fly. So if this is how like Comcast is going to go about making their bid, and because there's also like the talk out there now about like all the companies that are going to bid, they need the deadline to make their bid is the 20th. So this, I feel like I'm just dubious that this would be the one to go through with, just kind of this elephant in the room attached.
I just wish I could make all these possibilities disappear and just somebody else, some no-name schlep just buys a company that we don't know about and just lets it go. These new recliners and cinemas are dangerous. Yeah, they are pretty comfortable. By the way, you know what's dangerous? That D-box shit, dude. That D-box when it shakes your shit. I don't like that. I saw Top Gun Maverick on one of those, and I would never get into one again. It's kind of cool, but it's not. I want to enjoy the movie. And when you're watching a movie with an F-18 Hornet doing G's and shit, like, no, I don't want that. Fuck that.
That felt like an earthquake.
And the seat goes back, and you're doing that, and they got water and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Whether Snyder's returns or not, and I hope it does. I bet you could get Zach on an interview stream especially if we reach one. I'm gonna try because I think that's gonna be a huge moment. I really have a feeling because we got Thanksgiving, we're gonna be doing one. Christmas Eve, we're gonna be doing one. Christmas Day, we're gonna be doing one, and New Year's Eve, we're gonna be doing one. So I think we have a good chance to we only got like $3,000 left. It's not like we have a monument. We're coming into this second year of the campaign with less to make up as we did. Remember, we came into that last day with like some $5,000. We made like $5,000 that New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
So that we don't need to do that. We just need to get on that.
And of course, we got a a nice boost from the man himself.
Yeah, I mean, I've invited him. I got with his agents.
Met him in person. So
yeah,
Vegas.
Whenever I ask somebody to come up this show, I automatically assume that I'm getting rejected. I already brace myself. I ask with confidence and I ask with detail. I'm like, hey, we'd like to. This is what we're doing. But I know 1,000%. The likelihood of me getting rejected is the reality for a lot of different reasons. Not because they don't like us. We're not the biggest channel in the world. Kind of tiny. And which makes
we got 156 viewers for it though. So
yeah, and they're still here. But what this channel has done with its bandwidth in comparison to a lot of people in this community, well, you got some people that have 30 and 40,000 subscribers, and we have like a tenth of that, and we're approaching 20 grand for this tiny little channel to be able to generate that much revenue. That's kind of cool. So I hope he comes on, but I don't ever give anybody hopes that he
but
he will,
again, like I said, that was really, of course, very helpful and very cool to see when Zach shared the post about that we were doing the charity stream. That was because that gave it a boost. He's got just high profile enough to make that very publicly visible. So we appreciate that and appreciate again there.
Yeah, that got us off to a good start. That got us off to a start. We never really looked back.
Yeah, and certain people behind the scenes may have given him a nod to do that. Wonder Bag. Sorry.
We got a couple of them out there, and then you got Junkies. Junkies helped. Junkies put it in his left. Definitely. So we help. Like I said, we're gonna do what we do. Some of the things that we're doing, we've ran out of, in my opinion, films that I want to see that we've already done. If you notice the Halloween stream that we did, we're branching out. The cause is still there, but at the same time we're diversifying.
Do you want to?
I will invite him.
I was thinking actually, did you want to for Thanksgiving this year? Because did you want to we can't do Thanksgiving too because that's apparently not been made.
Unfortunately,
yet,
it hasn't been out.
But
we're definitely going to. Yeah, that's on the list. That's on the list. We're definitely doing.
We've already done it once. It's is that on?
That's going to be every year that I'm on this planet. I'm going to be somewhere watching that movie. Maybe Thanksgiving 2058. What are we watching? We're watching Eli Roth, and hopefully it's in a marathon. And by the way, Eli Roth, listen here, dude.
Whenever he
Friday
goes
the
to the full
13th.
screen.
Friday the 13th came out in 1980. Guess what came out in 1981? Friday the 13th Part 2.
Oh, I was gonna say Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Guess what came out in 1982? One of the greatest 3D horror movies of all time. Friday the 13th Part 3 in 3D. Derek's eyes pop out in 3D. Guess what happened in 1984? Friday the 13th. Every year there was a Friday the 13th. How did this happen, dude? How did you give me something like Thanksgiving and not have everybody ready for the turkey next year? This should be Saw gave me quick ass movie. Every year there should be my turkey, my microwave turkey, leftovers from everywhere I can smell food, Black Friday, everything that's part of Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving should be part of it. Your movie should be part of it. There's no reason, dude. No reason why we shouldn't be about to witness whatever the fuck you have ready for me in the sequel. Now, why am I waiting till next Thanksgiving? That should be Thanksgiving 3. You dropped the ball. You dropped the turkey. I love the movie. Well, get on the ball, dude. Let this be the last year we don't have a Thanksgiving movie from you. And you've done a bunch of stuff.
Get on the butterball, in fact.
You've done a bunch of stuff that you're going to be known for. Green in front of whatever. But you're an icon in this. I mean, but here's the thing. You can put all that aside. You could be known forever as the Thanksgiving guy. The guy who fucked up Thanksgiving. In fact, that's a shirt. That's a shirt. So I'm saddened that this year
Eli
we
Roth,
won't get the
guy who fucked
sequel.
up Thanksgiving.
I'm not getting the sequel that we deserve. We supported the shit out of that movie. Still do. But because of you, now I'm going to be watching the first one again.
I think probably a part of it was he might have also been like a little bit, scheduling wise. I mean, he also, what did he do right after that? Or right in the middle of that was Borderlands, and that didn't go well.
Yeah, you could have made the next 10 Thanksgivings of which you blew on that movie. But Thanksgiving is one of your most successful movies. It's great. It brought back the art of the kill, which some of these stupid ass, these remakes and all these other things, they've lost it. All right. Listen, when you go to see these movies, and this is why you can't remake Friday the 13th and it'd be good. And this is why you can't remake Halloween and it'd be good, in my opinion. I know you guys love these movies. I don't. All right. The art of the kill is the movie. And Friday the 13th, the kill, the style points, everything he does in the movie, how he kills you is the movie. And we haven't seen that. I mean, we see it in Saw and some of these other things, but not torture porn. I'm talking about actual straight up. The last thing you see is how, like in Friday the 13th. Right? We have a girl that gets a harpoon in her eye. First of all, it's bullshit because Jason's never shot a harpoon gun before. She's moving and she's a moving target. He gets her right in the eye. Why? Because it was part 3 in 3D. You had to do it that way. Right? The infamous Derek scene where he's outside and Christine comes outside. Derek, where are you? And then it's great cinematography. They slow it over to his head, and Jason's got his head, and he's just squeezing it, and the eye popped out, dude. You know how those ladies and the church ladies get up and they start screaming and they start passing out? That was me watching that eye come out in 3D. Especially with movies like Jaws 3 in 3D lurking around. These people cared about the kill, and we've lost that. We've done Final Destination and all that. No, it's not the same.
Last one's pretty damn good, I thought.
The last one, the first 15 minutes of that was complete, could have put people in an asylum. But Eli Roth comes from that background. He grew up with the same shit that I grew up with. And Thanksgiving is the closest thing that I've seen to that in a while. The crazy dude with a mask, classic trope, but it's never old. Killing people in crazy ways. That's all kinds of Friday the 13th, man. And yes, they haven't seen it special. Because if you've been watching horror for as long as I've watched, you've seen people get carved up and cut up and thrown away, burnt, be beheaded, put in chippers and stuff. You've seen it all.
Anybody coming in like in the middle of shows, like hearing William talk about like people getting torn apart.
You should know that it's science fiction, horror, fantasy. So when you bring up a new way to do it, when I've seen it all, that's special, dude. It's what I want out of this franchise. So next Thanksgiving 2, 2026, I guess. What the fuck? What are you gonna do, man? I'm asking you, Eli. How are you gonna outdo that? What's next? We can't have another oven scene. That's classic. Can't do that again. So what do you got next? What are other things at the Thanksgiving dinner table that you can use to be like, holy shit?
You haven't seen anybody turn into a pumpkin pie yet, so.
Or stuffing. Oh, they're gonna have.
Stuffing.
See, there's all
Cranberry stuffing.
The ham. Oh, dude, we could have the
deviled
Thanksgiving
eggs.
ham.
Deviled eggs.
We could have the Thanksgiving ham, and it's a person.
Do you guys have mashed potato?
Yeah, we do. Listen to this. It sounds like we're talking. It sounds like a show about cannibalism.
But this is what horror is. And every now and then, Eli Roth is one of those guys. He's like our connection back to the 80s and 70s horror. Now, does everything he does, right? No, some of these movies, Hostel doesn't do it for me. Hostel 2 really doesn't do it for me. And I stopped at those. It's the same reason I don't watch the Saw movies as much anymore. That's just not, it's kind of cool the way the creativity is there. But it's, when Jason comes to kill you, it's impromptu. He looks around, he grabs something, and he throws it at you and splits your head open with it. It's opportunity. Why did he shoot the girl with the harpoon gun? Because the guy he just killed had it. Guess what else he took from Shelley in part 3? Actually, part 3 in 3D. Wait, anybody? The hockey mask. The iconic 1950s Detroit Red Wings hockey mask. When people think of Jason, they immediately think of the hockey mask, right? But most people can't tell you when did he get it? Who did he get it from? Because in the first two movies, hey, he's not the killer. In first one, spoiler alert, he's 46 years old. Part two, he's wearing a hood with one hole parked through it. He doesn't get that hockey mask until halfway in. It's like his second kill into the movie, and he picked it up because Shelley is wearing it because he's playing practical jokes on people with it. And for some reason, that stuck. That stuck forever. That's why the remakes don't do it for me. That's why when you remake these things, it's not the same. You don't have the same edge. But Eli, you got something special, man. I don't know why. It wasn't like it was expensive or a complex movie. It's literally filmed on 2 blocks with a cheesy Thanksgiving mask and shit you could buy from the grocery store. There's really nothing in there that was really expensive. That movie, how much did that movie cost to make? Let's look that up. Because I'm sorry, there's no reason why I should not be.
Spent a lot on makeup and dumpsters.
Yeah, and that. Oh, by the way, yeah,
That
scene,
kill is
the
ridiculous.
dumpster kill was, but it was hilarious. How much did that movie make? Did it make?
It's the budget 15, box office 46.6.
15 million. And if you make it in the same town, you got pretty much the same stuff. You don't even have to. Some of those people are dead. Like you don't have to get Gershon. What's her name? You don't have to get her again. Obviously, she's done.
When she gets killed in the Black Friday riot anyway. So 5 minutes.
I mean, so you get a bunch of new no-name people and one star because we can't bring back what's his face, Patrick. We don't need him back. You know, we need a new guy.
You only need him for a couple of minutes anyway. Just have like the Pilgrim mask on.
That's all you really need. All right, and then and don't do like Scream. Ugh. Don't do like Scream where by the second Scream, I'm like, I don't care about Ghostface. Fuck, Ghostface is a loser. Ghostface is a loser. He's like the in Scooby-Doo villain. He's like, there's no faith in him. Ghostface gets undone in the dumbest ways. I mean, it's like, why do you even make these movies? You know what? You had to think. Yes, the Pilgrim was stupid at the end with how he got caught. But he thought he had killed everybody that was in his way. Give him credit. He had those motherfuckers sitting at the dinner table eating one of their own townspeople. He fed one of the members of that village to them. So he had the right to be a little bit stupid towards the end. But that movie needs to.
By the way, on the Wikipedia page where the poster, this is such a perfect tagline for it. The poster says there will be no leftovers.
Yeah.
Posters.
I remember when we promoted that. Well, we had those hats that they were wearing with the corn things on them, the things that he uses to stick the actual crown. And I was handing. I wore it. I think Clint was with me. I wore that during the movie.
You're gonna wear that for the watch party we're doing for this, aren't you?
I don't have it anymore. I think it got.
Damn.
But I can print them out. You can get them online.
Yeah. Well, and they should they should like have that like at the theater, like when the next one comes out.
No, this is the exact antithesis of it. Art the Clown is not. That's not art to me. That's just.
He's just chaos.
Yeah, that's just excess. That's when you see the Terrifier movies are the exact opposite of what I think is good in horror movies. I'm sorry, I just don't like those movies. Let's see, all matches.
By the way, since that came out, once we get to Thanksgiving and Black Friday, I always like, because that's really the part of the movie that stands out. That
that really fucking brutal.
Is the Black Friday riot?
That was the motive. That ends up being the motive.
Yeah. It's the fulcrum of it, but I mean,
but either way, the guy's a scumbag anyway. He's cheating.
Yeah,
she's cheating on him. He's impregnated somebody else's wife. All you motherfuckers in that movie deserve to die.
But because I've only worked on Black Friday, like on Black Friday one time when I was a food server in college.
I've done it in Walmart. I've done it.
I know.
Yeah, Walmart. My years in Walmart in the '90s were the worst.
Yeah, that's right. That's like I hope to God you never see anything that bad on Black Friday.
People beating the hell out of each other, but not like that where somebody's scalp getting ripped out and people getting crushed. the cops are there, but it's not like that. I mean, you would never be that understaffed. Metro's out there. I remember when I was working at Walmart years ago, Metro was out there. You didn't see, and they made sure if you did anything stupid, you got a fine. You went to jail that day. You stayed there for a couple of days. So people just got out of it. Yeah.
I'd say the only shopping I do on Black Friday involves a keyboard.
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't. Well, it's a while. We got what 7 months. Wow. Fucking WrestleMania will be. Dude, we only have 5 months to WrestleMania. Good. Wow. And they'll be here in Vegas, so that's I'm enjoy it. Anything can happen, but you also have the Royal Rumble too. That'll probably decide those.
Watching Cowboys on Thanksgiving, maybe not. There's Zootopia do that day. I was talking about what you're doing.
Oh yeah, Zootopia. That's gonna make a shit ton of money, but I'm staying away from that. So.
Yeah, so like I said, sis. Apologies.
It's not your sis in this show.
Wicked was like I know it's like I definitely.
Can you not be creepy? Is there something that convulses within you to not?
I will definitely be seeing Wicked. Don't get me wrong. It's like you gotta let me.
And I know some really creepy people. Brad, you're starting to. You're starting to ascend up here to the level of creepiness. It's just not.
Because I gotta the school's gonna be closed for Thanksgiving week, so I gotta a week off. And so it's like I'll definitely be seeing Wicked, but the first ticket I got was for CC for events, so it's gotta let me have that.
Sure, and you'll probably have the theater to yourself for one of those.
I still can't believe you haven't seen that, man.
I saw the trailers you sent me. I'm like that. I will go see it, but I'm like because I never heard of it before until you sent that.
I mean, it's kind of like first of all, some Scandinavian,
which is not good for them. I shouldn't be if I'm hearing about a movie from you, in your obscure, wondrous mind of shit that nobody's ever heard or seen. That's probably not good for the marketing department of the studio.
well, I mean, it's a form. It's from I forget it's Sweden or Finland. I forget.
Yeah, that's another thing that's a killer. They're gonna have to make an American version of it.
Yeah,
it's not gonna do well.
I wouldn't be surprised that ends up being the case. But for anybody who hasn't seen Sisu, the shorthand and like William, would you agree with this from the trailer? Is that it's basically like John Wick in World War II.
More like Indiana Jones and John Wick, but I guess it looks like it's a lot of fun. But as soon as I saw those subtitles, I'm like, okay, this movie's gonna make $8, and all of it's coming from you. Movies with subtitles don't do well here for the most part.
That's not inaccurate, but
that's why let me in and let the right one in are pretty much roughly the same movie, the same vibe, but they couldn't put the original in because nobody was going to go see it.
Really, it's like I thought you'd be really the kind of you'd be all over because I mean it's a dude in World War II killing Nazis with a pickaxe.
I've seen that. I mean, Red Snow. I mean, Dead Snow. I mean, killing Nazis is it's got to be super special for me to like but I'll go. I might go see it, whatever. If I can find it, I'll go see it. It looks like a lot of fun. I mean,
it's going to be. It actually looks like it's probably this one's getting like a wider release than the first one because the first one I saw.
But it's going to be on one screen on like 2 showings a day, if that.
It looks like it's getting a wide enough release because I already got my ticket on my AMC membership. I mean, the trailer.
Why am I not hearing? What, dude? You got a foreign movie
the trailer the trailer played where I saw Predator, so it's like
then again, I saw pre-screening, so but that's it. That's all you got. Like I said, if I'm hearing about it from you, no offense, that movie's probably going to bomb. But then again, how much did they spend? Well, no, they spent. That movie didn't look cheap. That movie did not look cheap. That trailer didn't look cheap. Again, unless they spent all the money on the minutes I saw in the trailers.
Well, the first one, like the budget is $6 million, whatever the currency in Finland is. I can't tell you offhand.
Although I'm in 100% agreement of that cartoon robot that liked to kill Nazis.
Oh, GI robot?
Yeah. I'm 100% in agreement with him.
Are they Nazis, General? He's like, yeah, GI, they're Nazis. He just starts wiping them.
Takes it out, yeah.
And that church thing where he wipes out the white supremacists is so fucking.
That was funny.
That was like when he sees them because he's analyzing the tattoos and he starts to see all the tattoos and his look on his face is like,
The first half of Creature Commandos it really let me down the second half. The first half's really awesome.
Nazis. And then he just wipes them all out. And it's like to the tune of Coin Operated Boy. by the Dresden Dolls, which is a perfect song from that. So
yes, the one that's coming up, Sisu Road to Revenge, the budget. No, they put this actually in dollars, so
yeah,
it's
'cause getting released there.
12.2 million. So
That's still not bad for good. That's we're doing World War II. The further we get from World War II, it's kind of expensive because you got to rebuild a lot of shit, and you have to go on location. So that's actually pretty.
And
good,
they've also this one because they got Stephen Lang as the bad guy, so they got a little bit of star power in this too.
All right, guys. Well, I think we've covered a lot. It continues. Welcome to Derry continues to I don't even give a fuck
really.
about
I
what
can't
you're
even.
about to
I
say.
can't even get
I
it
don't
out.
give a fuck about what you're about to say because I know it was going to be some unfunny bullshit. All right, this week for the next couple of weeks, guys, I will stream when I can. We are getting closer and closer to the holiday season, Black Friday, all kinds of stuff. I got a major movie promotion that is lining up with Black Friday. I almost said Fast Nights at Freddy. 5 Nights at Freddy 2, which is really big. The last time we did a promotion of that, I had people lined up at the door to get the ones for the tickets for that movie and the posters and the swag they're going to get. So I'm going to line that up with Black Friday. I have a whole bunch of merchandise that I'm going to unveil for the Star Trek and Star Wars sections. And just getting ready, getting things built, and getting ready to take advantage of the holidays. And hopefully it's a good one for all you small businesses out there. You know what time it is. So I won't be streaming as much as I am usually streaming. But if I'm able to carve an hour and a half somewhere unexpectedly and you get the notification, please like, subscribe, comment. Let Brad know he's not funny. I think Brad needs to see in words that he's not funny, just over and over again. And until then, everybody go ahead and say goodbye, and I'll get us out of here.
Later, guys.
Sayonara.
Peace, love, and animal crackers.
Bye.